Cocktober! I can't believe it, brother. Oh yeah, brother! I can't believe it's Cocktober.
What's up, everybody? Jason here once again. Got another Cocktober review. This is the movie Fargo from 1996. This was recommended by Giallomadman. Another great recommendation. And actually, I didn't own this before, and it gave me a reason to buy the Blu-ray. So check it out. Of course, this is the Coen Brothers joint. One of the probably one of the more popular ones you hear talked about. But I saw the film back when it came out. Saw it on VHS probably. Soon after it was released, and watched it. And I've seen the movie a few times before, and I was never really crazy about it. I did like the whole end sequence. I was a big fan of that, but I was never a huge fan of this movie. But after watching it again, revisiting it, I do have a new respect for the film. I'm picking up all the Coen Brothers stuff on Blu-ray, everything that's been released, and I'm just really become a big fan of theirs. Recently I've gained a lot of respect for their style of filmmaking and writing and everything else. I'm just big fans of theirs, and they really deserve a lot of respect in the industry. And I think they're finally getting their proper dues in the industry. But back in the 90s, came out, what did I say, 97, 96. I was really big into crime dramas anyway. Like, whatever crime drama came out, I was, all over it. That's primarily the main things I watched around that time, just because, not a whole lot of stuff coming out in the horror industry. So I kind of deviated from horror a little bit right around that time period, and watched a shitload of crime dramas. But yeah, of course, directed by the Coen Brothers, stars William H. Macy, Frances McDermott, Steve Buscemi, and Peter Stormare. There's the main folks. And this film is essentially a crime drama, thriller, suspense, comedy. This film does a great job of being able to quickly transition between really suspenseful moments and then comedic moments. And the film's about William H. Macy. He plays a car salesman. He works for his father-in-law's dealership, and he's coming to some money problems. It doesn't exactly explain what problems he's having. You just know that he owes some money to some folks, and he's trying to get it. And he gets this whole scheme drawn up to where he's going to get these two guys to hold his wife hostage, essentially kidnap his wife, hold her hostage, and make her father pay the ransom. And that's what happens. And the two I don't know, I guess you'd call them like the two bad guys in the movie. That's Steve Buscemi and Peter Stormare. They're the two baddies, and they really play off each other really well. They add a lot of comic relief and also a lot of really suspenseful moments to the movie. But they're the two guys he hires to do this, kidnap his wife. And what he's going to do is he's going to pay the kidnappers $40,000, and then $40,000 in a car, and then keep the rest of I think he wants $1 million for himself. So, and he says, no police involved. And of course, you can imagine this does not go as planned, and the whole thing gets fucked up. A lot of people get killed in the process. But upon when the first of the individuals get murdered, trying to execute this plan, that's when Frances McDermott comes into play. It's probably a good 20-30 minutes before you even get to see her on screen, which is kind of weird because she's the top build here on the top of this. But she goes way back with the Coen Brothers. She's an old friend of theirs, I believe. So probably why she got top bill. But she comes into play, and she's a pregnant police officer of some sort. I'm not sure exactly what her position is, sergeant or something. I'm not sure, but she comes in to solve the deal, and really pieces things together nicely. Really does a great job with her detective work. But yeah, at that point, finishes the film out. No reason for me to spoil any of that stuff, but really well made film, shot really well. The writing is probably the best thing about this movie. At the beginning, it says based on true events, which I think it's very, very loosely based on some urban legend and some incidents that did happen in Minnesota, North Dakota at one point. And yeah, the writing, the acting, all-star cast in this one. Can't ask for any better actors. All the supporting roles are all great actors as well. William H. Macy, probably his best performance I've ever seen him in. And another really cool thing about this movie is the setting. The snow. It's really bleak, and the setting is almost like a character in and of itself because it plays such a big part in the film. It just adds so much to the suspense. And blood always looks great splattered on snow. It's just a great contrast. Which go check out the movie Dead Snow if you're into that. You get to see a lot of red on white. But yeah, I really can't talk about this movie enough. It's really well made. It's really fun to watch. It really holds your attention really well. I actually watched the film halfway through, and then I wanted my wife to watch it, so we went ahead and watched it again. So she saw it for the first time. She'd never seen it. She enjoyed it quite a bit. So if you haven't seen this movie, you're probably hiding under a rock somewhere because it's fairly widely distributed, and it's been on TV quite a few times. And the end sequence is kind of disturbing. It probably is to a lot of folks that don't watch horror movies all day long. But anyway, that's been my review, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.